Yeah, this is manageable. I think this is manageable. So, guys, let's start with our kick drum. You can hear how the natural sound of the kick sounds. Let me check OBS if that's not blasting. Okay, that's very good. So my fader is on 0 dB. You can see where it's reaching on my main board. You understand? I think I might come over here. If you guys can see this clearly, please tell me you can hear it clearly. So let's keep on going. This is minus 18 dB. My kick drum is on 0 dB. So let me do this so that you guys can see my fader here. So this is my kick drum. So now this is how it sounds naturally. I need to confirm if this is going live, because it will pay me if doing all this and it's not going live. So very good. Now you guys should you guys can see this. You can see how good the kick drum sounds naturally. It sounds very good, extremely good. So what do I want to do to this kick drum? I think I can hear it clearly. Can you hear the drums clearly? Yeah. So the first thing I want to do is switch on my EQ. Fundamentals. What's the highest frequency that I'm seeing here? I'm seeing around 120 hertz over here, 140 hertz. That's the loudest frequency I'm seeing that it's producing. So this is how the kick drum sounds naturally. So my instinct tells me that the next thing I want to do is reduce this mid-range. Let's listen to that. Let me take it up a little bit. I think I went down minus 15 dB. Let me go. So reduce my around 400 to 700 around 10 dB minus 10 dB, and let's widen it and see how is that. EQ on, EQ off. Are you seeing that? The next sound is low cut, because there are some rumbling frequency you cannot really hear. So low cut to around 38 hertz. Then I want to use my band 1 to boost my low. You guys can hear that. So you see this particular guy over here. Let me use my band 3 to boost it up a little bit. This guy over here. I wouldn't say because I don't really like the sound of this guy. I will not take it away. So you just leave everything the way it is. If I take it out like this, you guys will like it too, but inside the music, you will lose that frequency, meaning when every other thing start playing, you now notice that you actually needed that frequency. So let me take it back up. And next time, just boost my eyes. So let me continue. So EQ on, EQ off. So guys, let's keep on moving. So I want to change this guy to a parametric key, not a high shelf. Because yeah, some of you like that bite, but sometimes because of some certain things. Okay, let's just do it that way, because some people. So And so I talked to you guys of how I'm able to get a perfect kick drum. You understand? I use a graphic equalizer. So if I come over here to my and insert, there's only a dual graphic equalizer there, and insert it on my channel 9, which is my kick. Channel 9, select and insert. If I do this, so sometimes I use this guy to fine tune how I want things to sound. So if I push this frequency up, this guy, I see the kick is sounding somehow. So just leave everything the way it is. Then just attack some particular frequencies that I don't really need. Then the first thing I want to do is I'm hearing some things in my mid range area. So my this thing is shaking, my headphones are shaking. So then check this guy. You can see how this guy sounds. Let's go back to now. I'm seeing something over here. You can see this guy, this guy's sound. Then this guy over here. This guy is shaking, seriously. My left ear is shaking. Yeah, it's back. Let's go down to this area and let's push 40 hertz, that heavy frequency. This guy is shaking. Then let's take out 25 and 35 hertz. Sorry, 20 hertz and 25. You don't need them. So I need to push 40. Let me see how heavy 40 is. Let's bring it down a little bit. So I'm seeing 63 is punchy. Let me drop 63 a little bit. Sorry. And drop it down. Not too much. I think that's not it. Sometimes you can't really get that exact thing that is disturbing you. I think I'm good with this. What do you guys feel about this kick drum? What do you feel about this kick drum? I want to hear your comments before I move. So I think this is okay to me. Then the next thing I want to do is compress my kick drum. So remember, when it comes to compressing drums, you actually use ratio 2.5, then compress by -3 dB. So the attack time, hold and release is default. I don't really need to start teaching you all that. I've done videos on that already, so you guys should actually go and check those videos out. Then let's get our drums now. Our kick drum a little bit. Put our attack time on like 2 milliseconds and take our hold up to when the full drum is passing through. So I think I'm good with this. Let's check our snare drum. Let me check my snare drum. Let me route. I think my snare drum. Okay, let me move this guy to where my snare drum was playing. So snare drum. So this is our snare drum, and I need to move very fast because of time. The first thing I want to do is low cut, push my snare drum to where the fundamental is starting from. Remember, fundamental is the loudest frequency. Your loudest signal is carrying, loudest and lowest frequency. That's where the energy is like That's where the identity is. So I use the low cut to where the fundamentals is starting from. You can see it over here. Then the next thing I want to do is take out that middle a little bit. This guy a little bit, not too much. Then boost my fundamental a little bit. Then let's add high end to our drums. I think that's all I want to do. So but guys, let's pause. I made a mistake, meaning I was supposed to start from my overheads. That was the most important thing. If you're looking for good drum mix, check your overheads first. EQ overheads, that's when you hear how the drum really sounds like. So let's check our overheads. So this is our overhead here as well. So our overhead, just low cut. So around, let me do so around 1k, that's okay. Then cut away the boxiness a little bit. And mind you guys, if I was mixing jazz music, my drums would actually be like this. Yeah, I actually have to bring down the low cuts of the overhead when it's picking the cymbals very well. So let's take it up. It didn't play cymbal here, so that will actually confuse me of what to do. So let me pause to when it comes back. So let's go back to our snare. So this is our snare top. Let's check our snare bottom. I was not even done with my snare top. I've never done compression. Let's go back to our snare. So let's compress our snare now. Attack on, let's say 9 milliseconds. Compress minus 3 dB. Then your snare ratio should be higher, like 4 to 0. Then what else? The old 30 release on default. So the release is on default. I'm not doing anything on this. This headphone is disturbing me. So let's keep on moving. So the next thing I'm going for is after compressing is gating. Guys, you know my snare drum is sounding like this? Because the gate is not opening fast enough that it's taking away my transients on my attack. So I need to reduce my attack to 0 when it's picking. I see it. The attack has come back. Let's bring down our threshold to when it's entering well, and take our old to around 100 and release to 258. That's default. Now let's check our snare bottom. And you can see how that cheap mic is sounding like. Let's make it work. So let's look out to where fundamental is starting from. Then EQ. Take this guy out. Then this guy too. I'm seeing one nasty frequency over here. This guy over here, very nasty. Then keep on going. Then increase my iron a little bit. Then I can boost my fundamental now. So let's check our snare top and snare bottom, mix them together. Are you seeing how sweet that is? So guys, there's one thing about snare top and snare bottom. Now you have a mic that is facing like this. Let me transition so you guys can see me. You have a mic that is actually facing up, looking at the snare drum like this. You now have another one that's facing like this, looking upward. So they will actually be out of phase, meaning when you beat the snare drum, the upper mic, the first terminal to first send is I don't know if it's a positive or negative, but the coil will move outward. Why the one that is like when you beat it to move inside, so they're actually working like this. So they're working in opposite. So and if you convert this to this, you understand. If this one is moving like this, I'm moving like this, it means this one is coming out. Sorry, this one is coming out, and this one is going in. That's what it means. So look at it. That means it's something like this. So it means they are out of polarity. So you need to flip the polarity so that you need to flip the polarity of one of them so that the two of them will come back in phase. And let's just check that. Let's go to our polarity and see that when we flip the polarity of one of them, that's the snare button. The snare drum will become more heavy. Maybe the snare drum might become more heavier. So let's do that. This polarity inverted. Polarity not inverted. So even inverting the polarity, even now inverting polarity made it more lighter. That means even out of phase. That means my mics are in phase. The way they are, they're in phase. And they're now out of phase. So you don't just say because they ask you to invert your polarity, just invert it like that. You need to know if they are working together. If they are not working together, flip the polarity and listen to it. So when you flip the polarity, if you hear that it has more low end, that means they're in phase. If the low end goes away, that means they're out of phase. So let's go back and listen again. This is polarity inverted. So this is not polarity inverted. Are you seeing the snare drum is heavier? This is polarity inverted. The snare drum is lighter. So they are cancelling each other in the low end. So I don't need to invert my polarity this way. So this is my snare top and my snare bottom. This is the EQ of my snare top, EQ of my snare bottom. So let's compress our snare bottom. So compress. I told you I do harsh compression, meaning attack on 0, release on 0. I'm trying to pick all details, all the ghost notes to be the same volume. Then ratio this way. So let me play again. Then I'll now drop my threshold to this one. So it's compressing like -12 to -15 dB. There's blend. So this is a good snare drum. So let's just get our snare bottom a little bit. So I want to side chain my snare bottom to my snare top. So let's do get side chain into channel 10, which is so if my snare top is not playing, my snare bottom is not opening. That's what it means. So guys, let's move to our thumbs. Sorry, I did not even show you guys that side chain. This is it over here. This is the gate on the snare top. Then on my snare bottom, I went to the key source. When you go to key source and go down over here to be able to select side chain source. So I asked my snare bottom to listen to the snare top. So anytime the snare top is playing, that's when my gate will open. So it's my snare top that are actually opening the gate of my snare bottom. There's a reason for that. So let's check our thumbs now. Go to thumb 1. Let's move back to Cubase. Let's move to thumb 1. So remember, low cut first to where the fundamental is starting from. The next thing I want to do is cut that MIDI sound around there. So if you sweep around, that's where the fundamental is. That's why it's heavy. So I need to take out this boxy sound and widen it a little bit. Then take out those other ones too that were around there. So I want to show you guys a secret. So instead of boosting my eye or my thumbs like this, I don't boost my eye. I'll instead cut it, and there's a reason why. So let's take a listen to our thumbs again. Let me boost my fundamental first. Do you know why? There is high end coming from the snare top. So if you look at your snare top, are you seeing there's already bites coming from the snare top? So if I add it, it will not be much. So if I don't know if you guys understand that. So let me cut out some boxiness from the overhead and bring up the high end a little bit. Are you seeing high end is coming as I'm muting the overhead? High end is coming from the overhead. So some high end is already coming from the overhead already, and it's adding to the bite on the thumb. So that's why you don't really need to start pushing your bite up. You don't need, I say pushing your bite, pushing your high end up. You don't need to really do that because there's already high end coming from the overhead. So that's how it works. So let's keep on moving. So this is my thumb. So now let's compose our thumb. So hold on 30, release on 200. Let me decrease my attack a little bit. Then get. My thumb is sounding like this because my gates this are not set. I did not set the values on my attack and hold and release well. So you have to set your attack, hold and release to how long the thumb is. So if the thumb is sounding dum dum like it's very long, you need to tell your gate to open longer so that those that length will come inside. So let's look at it. So if my thumb is stretching for 500 milliseconds, that's half a second, or 600, I'll divide the value in between my hold and my release. So if it's 500, I'll put 250 in my hold and put on the other 250 in my release. So this is what it sounds. So this is good gating. Then let's move to our thumb 2. So I just need to do copy and paste. Let me do library, then save. That's what I like doing. I don't like wasting my time. Save. Save 1, 2, 3. Then load on thumb 1 and float on. So the only thing I'll just do is now I'll switch off the gates. So let me come back to Cubase and shift to my thumb 2 now because we're working on my thumb 2 now. So switch off my gate and shift down my fundamentals down. So my fundamentals on my thumb 2 and go back to the gating and floor thumb. Off the gate on my floor thumb, come back to my EQ, take my low cut back, then let's listen to our floor thumb. Check our old thumbs. So I need to gain my floor thumb a little bit. So let's check our toms with our overhead. How are you? So you can see tom 1 is all over to the left. So let's put our tom 1 to the left. Then tom 2 to the center. So let's use the center. Okay, I just noticed something. The low cut that is on my this thing is not on my overhead right, because I unlinked them. So I was supposed to do the same thing on my overhead left. So I need to set my pan to where exactly I got it. Then thumb 2 is a little bit to the right, then bend my thumb 2 to the right. Then float thumb. This is over to the right then. I need to add my thumbs to a group. That's what I do most of the times. I'll link two bosses together. So let's link boss 11 and 12 together. Then take it up. Then change it to a subgroup. Very good. Then move my thumbs inside it. So I'll move my thumbs from the main stereo until I now send this guy to the main stereo. Now can I EQ this group? What I'll first do is increase the low end of everything. Sorry, a low cut first. Then can I use my 2 to increase the fundamental? Let's jump back into. I want to record the drum so I can know the way it sounds. So let me add a stereo. As you know, you soon go on the drums now. So and this one will come from 1, and this one now come from 2, which is my left and right. What am I doing? 1, then 2, then it will go out to I just want to hear the way it sounds. So it will go out to 1, sorry, 2, 1, and this one 2, 2. So I can now play them from my aux. I say aux. For my aux, so then my aux go to routing, aux to come from card 1 and 2, very good. So as you know, let me climb that drums. So let me do my reverb first on my snare. Yeah, you're wicked, babe. So just wait, hold on, give me like 2 minutes. Hear the drums in your ear. one very long one, and what do we call it? One very short one for my snare reverb. So let's check our snare. Then the small one. Let's go back into the long one. I know you cannot hear that. Can you hear the reverb now? On the snare. Let's check the kick. Can you hear the kick? Well.
No reverb.
Yeah, there's no reverb on the kick. So there's reverb on the snare. Then reverb on my toms too. Check on my toms. And on my cymbals too. I need to compress my toms, my whole toms. That other side you were playing, I could not understand what you were playing. So let's compress our whole toms. That's our tom groups. Let's put the release on auto. So, uncheck if it's entering. So play your full drums first. So guys, you will not be able to hear me for some time. So start playing. I want to. So guys, let me hear the drums you just recorded. Let me hear the way it sounds. So this one pan over to the left. Add one stereo out. Yes, okay. And the stereo is 1 and 2. Am I sure? Very good. So go out to stereo out. Stereo out. The other one to choose stereo out. So let's listen. Yeah. So guys, let me hear the drums you just recorded. That's my voice. Never the hear. Yeah. That drums really sound very good. Let me hear it. Let me see what people are saying
Let me
online.
hear the drums you just recorded.
Chiamo Alpha. My guy, what's up? How you doing now? Mr. What's your name again? How's my real G? So, let me play piano with you and let me hear the way it sounds. Do you understand? So, you guys want to play something a little bit so you know hear me for some times. So, let's go. So I'll record. I want to hear how loud the piano is. Very good.
Yeah, the drums you just recorded.
So let me hear that. Just hold on. Before we play what I want to play. Just hold on. Yeah, that is why. That is very right. Now I was hearing it in mono before. So my piano is too loud. Let me drop my piano a little bit. So guys, we want to record something that you guys should listen and be blessed.
That's what they come ahead.
I don't even know. Come, I'll play that. I want to hear what people are saying. Bro, still play keys. Yeah, I play keys, bro. I play the keys. I play the keys, bro. Oh, this is funny. So, guys, people are even laughing. So, this is very, very funny. So, let me hear what I recorded. I want to hear how it sounds. Jesus Christ! My excitement was making me play rubbish. Wow. I hear the tone. See, you are hearing rubbish here. You are hearing mono, I'm hearing stereo. So it's sweeter in my ear. Come on here in my ear. Come on. Hear the tone, bro. I hear 2 years, I mean, you're hearing 1 year. 1 year.
Yes.
You know they shake.
This song they recorded live.
Eh?
They did the live. They recorded to the live.
Yes, now everybody here, you will go carry him, Abi. You don't gonna take it. Come, since you are stable like